Folks, Canadian Prepper here. Guys, this is an urgent and hopefully final warning for all of my subscribers or anybody who happens to stumble across this video in your YouTube gallivants. There is a scam going on around which is becoming more and more refined, and it leverages artificial intelligence. It's very, very convincing, and it's only going to be increasingly more so as the technology becomes more sophisticated. You need to be aware of it. We're going to talk about it today and what you can do to protect yourself, okay? This is not going to be the daily dose of doom and gloom where I document the downfall of civilization. We're going to kick that can down the road till tomorrow, but for the time being, leave it to Donald Trump to educate us all that in fact we are in a World War III situation right now. Or leave it to the North Koreans who haven't picked up the de-escalation hotline with the South Koreans for the past 96 hours or so, okay, while conducting nuclear drills. You know that the US and South Korea is on a very high state of combat readiness, nuclear combat readiness, as we speak on the Korean Peninsula. Or leave it to the US government, who is currently scrambling to contain all of these leaks that might implicate NATO in the US in Ukraine war orchestration and the coming counteroffensive. Guys, a lot of stuff is going on. We're going to talk about it all tomorrow, but for today, I needed to make a dedicated video about this because this is about to be a very, very serious problem, especially for YouTubers like myself, for which there is a massive database of audio and video that artificial intelligence can leverage to copy and pretend to emulate me, okay? Now, understand what's going on. Historically, the biggest scam that we have to worry about here on YouTube is the age-old scam that I think 90% of people are familiar with. Most people know about this scam. I talk about it periodically. Every other day, I'll get a message from somebody who says, "Hey, did you message me?" No. I will never, ever message or solicit you via the comment section. I'll message you in the comment section and I'll have the check mark. But I will never ask you for your phone number. I will never solicit you for money or investment opportunities. I most certainly will never send you an audio message, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And I definitely won't be sending you any video messages. I'm sorry, it's not because I don't want to have personal conversations with each and every one of you. Unfortunately, I don't have the time, and quite frankly, you probably hear everything I have to say anyways if you watch me every day. So let's leave it at that. But these scammers are getting very, very sophisticated. They're realizing that this does not work. And as we enter this economic downward spiral, people are going to get more and more desperate, and they're going to start using this AI technology to scam people out of a lot of money. So historically, what they do is they copy my avatar, right? They have this phone number where they want you to call. There's some very senile, gullible people still phoning these phone numbers. I mean, if this was 2 years ago, okay, I can understand, I can sympathize. If you're still falling for this scam, maybe there needs to be a crash course. I think anybody who has access to the internet should be given a crash course in online scams before allowed to access the internet, because I would never, ever in a million years solicit you for this. As you can see, just like yesterday, this is a great example. Somebody wrote a great comment, great video. Nate, the container guy, is very enthusiastic about what he does. If you haven't seen our video that talks all about what you can do with shipping containers for the purpose of prepping and survival, go and check it out and go subscribe to Container Guy's YouTube channel. He's an up-and-coming YouTube superstar. Anyways, one of these bot a-holes comes on here and writes some dumb crap with some icons, okay? And the reason why they're doing this now is because we've blocked a lot of the keywords they use. So, of course, this limits the amount of engagement we're going to have on the channel, because some of those things, you know, you guys might say, but your comment automatically gets blocked. Anyways, they'll say things like, "Thanks for watching. Write me with the above number above. Let's converse. Canadian Prepper." Okay? This is a text. I got a text an email from somebody over the weekend, and they said, "Hey, am I talking to you right now? Are you texting me?" And I'm like, okay, here we go again. Because every day or so, I get an email like this, but they said that somebody is texting me from this number, which led me to think that, okay, this person had already started engaging on WhatsApp, or they had provided this individual with their phone number who's on the other end of this scam. So they gave me the phone number of the person who was trying to scam them out of money, impersonating me, and I phoned this number. And of course, I got a voicemail, something like Google Voice. Now, I left them a pretty nasty message, I'm not going to lie. Definitely not professional when it comes to these kind of things, because I take this stuff very seriously. If you're trying to scam people out of money, especially in my name, I take great offense to that. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make your life a living hell. Anyways, so I texted them, or I think, I sent them I left them a voicemail. They texted me back, "Hey, thanks for watching. What do you mean I'm scabbing people? I don't understand." So I don't know if that was an intentional typo to make it look like I was a real person or what. And I just responded to them by saying, "You're going to jail for impersonation and fraud." And indeed, we are pursuing this individual. I don't know if we're going to be able to find them. They're probably hiding behind multiple different sort of fail-safes, VPNs, and they use these anonymous proxies. Anyways, you know, there's a chance that we'll be able to catch them, and we're doing our best to try to catch them. But here's the real thing, guys, and this is what you need to worry about. They're going to start leveraging artificial intelligence. There's a huge database of my voice, of video, and we are not so far. In fact, they can do it right now. They can deepfake me doing or saying pretty much anything right now. It's going to get to the point where they can do it in real time, and you're going to think that you're having a conversation with me, and it's going to be almost seamless. It already is pretty much seamless. They can do it in real time. Not a lot of the tools that you pay for. There's many services that you can pay for to do this online, and usually you have to wait for a little. There's a bit of a processing period, but I can foresee this being used in such a way where you were conversing and you want some kind of proof that it's me that you're talking to. And what these scammers historically would do is they would send a fake picture of my ID. And this has become a real problem on all other platforms, okay? On Instagram, in fact, I had a post blocked. Get this. Somebody was going around showing a driver's license. It had my name on it, had what they thought was my hometown and a bunch of other fictitious information, which was close, but not quite. And they were using this to prove to people who they were trying to solicit for money in my name that that was me, okay? And I posted that on Instagram, and Instagram took the post down. Now, I think what had happened was they thought I was trying to dox somebody. The algorithm bot that polices that whole thing didn't realize that I was in fact trying to make people aware of this scam that was, you know, using me and impersonating me. Anyways, they're going to keep doing this, and they're going to find more crafty ways. And what I imagine they're going to do is they're going to start sending people voice messages, and it's going to be personalized to you. It's going to be like, "Hey, Shannon. Hey, it's Nate from Canadian Prepper. I'm really liking this text. Sorry I couldn't talk to you in real time. You know, I'm just on the go right now. In terms of this investment opportunity, if you want me to send you more information, or you can just send your, you know, whatever to PayPal or this address, and we'll get things going. Thanks a lot. I got to go and upload a video today." And it's going to seem very realistic. And these scammers are just going to get increasingly more ballsy in how they're doing this. They're already doing this, okay? This is a hot story right now. They're pretending to be your family members. And understand that you don't need a huge database to emulate someone's voice. Now imagine the accuracy that you could do it if you had the thousands of hours of me talking here on YouTube. You could craft something which was very convincing. And so I have to say right now, if I work with you in any professional capacity, or you're a friend of mine, or you're a family member, if you get a call from me and it seems weird, it seems off, we're entering a day and age. And this is not only for me, but this is for everybody. We need to always assume that somebody is trying to scam us. I mean, that's just the day and age we're living in. I know it's really the height of paranoia to presume that your child or your spouse or someone like that is just trying to scam you. But if somebody is asking you for money, okay, and they're asking for it in a way which is atypical, then you need to be aware that this could very well be the scam. And how they do it is they will phone your spouse or something. Let's just say, your spouse for this example, and they will pretend they're a salesman, and they'll get in a conversation, and then they'll take that short data set of that person's voice, okay, and they'll create a audio avatar out of it, and then they'll phone you back, or they'll phone you, because of course this is your spouse now, pretending to be that spouse with this phony voice that they've built. Now, this is going to fail 99 times out of 100, but every 100, somebody senile or gullible or just who is occupied in the moment is going to fall for this. So I could even see this being used for video. As some of you guys know, we utilize Synthesia sometimes on this channel, usually as a joke. Matrix Molly from our AI videos. This is one of the avatars. This is a real person, but they are made to, you can make them say whatever you want in any type of voice with any type of accent. In fact, utilizing this program, I can make my own avatar. I can train my voice on it, and it will say and do whatever I want it to do. Well, here's just an example of just this guy talking, okay?
Hi folks, Canadian Prepper team here. Check out this great new investment opportunity. I think you guys will really like this awesome apocalypse prep idea.
So you can do facial gestures and the whole 9 yards. So this is going to be a serious problem, guys. I foresee this being something which is ultimately going to force some level of regulation that nobody's going to like. It's going to force access to the internet to no longer be anonymous. It's going to require some kind of digital ID. I think this is how they're going to get us all on the, into the database, into the digital ID. If you log on to the internet, you have to prove you're a real person, because that's going to be the only way around this sort of thing, because too many people are going to get scammed. And if you think that, well, I'm too sharp, I'm never going to be scammed in this sort of way, they're getting really, really good. And again, if you get caught in the middle of the workday, your hands are full, and your kid calls you, you think your kid calling you, and it's an emergency, and they make up this elaborate story which sounds very convincing, this could potentially be you. But what I'm concerned about most of all is that people who do watch my channel, you will be solicited. You'll think it's me on the other end of the line. It's not going to be me. I'll tell you that right now. I know some of you would love to talk to me, but again, you've heard everything I could possibly have to say if you watch the channel on a daily basis. And for that, I am greatly appreciative, okay? But I will never solicit you in that sort of way. The only thing I'll ever ask you to do on this channel is like, subscribe. If you do want to support the channel in some way, the best way to do that is by supporting a Canadian business. This is our store, CanadianEmergencyPreparedness.com. We're trying to build one of the best preparedness stores in the world, where we only deal in high quality items, because I only will ever put my name on something that I will rely on myself. In fact, we just sent back a huge shipment of stuff because it failed a bunch of tests. And so we're not going to be selling those items anymore. Anyways, that's the only thing we'll ever ask of you on this channel, is to support yourself by gearing up. CanadianPreparedness.com. You can use coupon code PreppingGear for 10% off. But just be aware that these scams are going to become way more clever, and I probably have barely scratched the surface of how they're going to leverage this technology to swindle people in the future. Let me know, what sort of ideas you guys have to protect or potentially what would we say to check to see whether or not the person on the other end of the line, should it be like a code word or something like that? We're going to probably have to get fairly creative in the ways that we try to find around this. Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We got the daily dose of doom and gloom coming right back at you. Stay ready, guys. Canadian Prepper out.